7 most insanely expensive mistakes that shock the world. Everybody makes mistakes, but some are more high stakes than others. The next time you goof up, remember it can always be worse, as evidenced by these extremely costly mishaps. But before we proceed, please consider to hit the like button and subscribe to Mr. 7 channel. Number 7. Tiger Woods' affairs cost him to lost $12 billion. In 2009, shocking reports came forward detailing golfer Tiger Woods' numerous extramarital affairs. The golfer's formerly wholesome image took a big hit, and his bank account soon took a nosedive, too. Woods' ex-wife Phil Nordegren was awarded a $750 million settlement in their divorce. But that's not all. Prior to the details about his divorce coming to light, Woods had lucrative endorsement deals with companies like Nike and Gatorade. Woods' sponsors dropped him, causing the golfer to lose even more. By some estimates, his indiscretions may have cost Tiger Woods as much as $12 billion. That's a lot of golf balls. Number 6. Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. This 2011 incident was one of the most terrifying nuclear accidents ever. Amount of losses: $12 billion. Fukushima Daiichi was a nuclear power plant on the coast of Japan that unfortunately gained worldwide notoriety in March of 2011. An earthquake caused the reactors at the plant to shut down, but it also caused a tsunami. The tsunami shut down the plant's backup generator, preventing the necessary cooling process from taking place. Following this unfortunate chain of events, 3 nuclear reactors melted down and hydrogen explosions released dangerous radiation into the air. A 2012 investigation found that all of these events were totally preventable. Hiring a moving company in California that offers free shrink wrap and pads and leaves nothing to chance is a great investment. Unfortunately, guidelines for the plant's necessary maintenance had been ignored and disaster struck at Fukushima. Number 5. Columbia disintegrated on re-entry. Sadly, following the Challenger, another space shuttle mission met a disastrous end. This incident cost $13 billion. The Space Shuttle Columbia crash of 2003 will sadly go down in history as another spacecraft accident that should never have happened. The shuttle was torn apart upon re-entering the Earth's atmosphere because of a piece of foam that fell from the shuttle's external tank, breaching its wing. All 7 astronauts on board Columbia were killed when Columbia took off 16 days prior. A similar issue with falling foam had taken place, but nothing was done to correct the problem. This tragic incident led to the whole NASA Space Shuttle fleet being retired in 2011, and NASA brought tremendous public scrutiny for not taking precautions to secure the foam on the shuttle's tank. Number 4. Mercedes-Benz buys Chrysler. Here comes the second most disastrous corporate merger of all time. Amount of loss: $20 billion. Mercedes-Benz parent company Daimler-Benz merged with Chrysler in 1998, intent on transforming the two companies into one international automobile powerhouse known as Daimler-Chrysler, with one branch in the US and the other in Europe. The company hoped to dominate the car market on both continents. Daimler-Benz paid $37 billion for Chrysler, but unfortunately, the deal didn't stand the test of time. Due to culture clashes and differences in quality, the two companies struggled to see eye to eye. Then, in the 2000s, a recession drove Chrysler sales into the gutter. Daimler-Benz ultimately sold Chrysler in 2007 for $7 billion to Cerberus Capital Management Firm, a company whose specialty is restructuring failing corporations. Number 3. Deepwater Horizon oil spill. This is the worst oil spill of all time. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico is considered the worst oil spill in history. 210 million gallons of oil were spilled following an explosion on the drilling rig. Oil threatened marine and wildlife habitats from Louisiana to Florida, and the spill continued for months as workers attempted time and again to stop the flow of oil. Ultimately, an investigation revealed that BP, the British company responsible for the Deepwater Horizon rigger, had cut corners on safety with disastrous effects. Cutting corners turned out to be very costly for BP. Cleaning up after the disaster and paying associated fines and legal fees has stuck the company with a $61 billion bill. Number 2. IOL buys Time Warner. This is the biggest corporate merger mistake ever. The loss was $146 billion. In the year 2000, the dot-com bubble was at its height. IOL was regarded as the hottest tech company in the world, and the Time Warner deal was hyped to the max. IOL paid $182 billion to buy Time Warner, adding Time Warner cable packages to their then popular home internet offerings. Just a few months later, the dot-com bubble burst, causing AOL's value to decline rapidly. In 2009, Time Warner struck out on their own with a valuation of $36 billion. Newly single, AOL's value had dropped to just $2.5 billion. In 2000, AOL thought their reign as the leading home internet service would never end. Yet just a few short years proved them very, very wrong. And here comes the most expensive, insanely mistakes ever happened in history. Chernobyl disaster. The Chernobyl disaster is the worst, most deadly nuclear accident of all time. The worst part is, it occurred due to some totally preventable mistakes. On April 25, 1986, a drill simulating a power outage at Chernobyl led to uncontrolled reactions and a steam fire that burned for 9 days. 134 workers were hospitalized due to radiation exposure, and 31 of them died in the following few weeks. 14 of them would later die from cancer, possibly caused by the radiation. The Chernobyl power plant ran on a Soviet-designed reactor that wasn't up to code for usage anywhere else in the world. Design flaws in that reactor caused the terrible incident, and irreparable damage occurred. This incident hit eye-watering amount of loss at $590 million. That was more than $500 billion. Alright then, thanks for watching. You like the video? Please consider to like and subscribe Mr. 7 channel for more exciting facts and discovery.